Hello, my name is Chris and this is Writing Delight. Today I have a writing set from the company Hörner here. It is a set Auerus consisting of fountain pen, rollerball and ballpoint pen. As usual from the manufacturer Hörner, the pens come in this well-known case. The pens are immediately quite striking, because this combination of dark cap, reddish barrel and again dark barrel end are striking. We are also dealing with metal pens here. The cap is grooved. The clip is attached to the finial and is spring loaded. At the end of the cap we have engraved the word Hörner. The cap is pushed on and closes and opens smoothly. Under the cap we have a metal grip section in the same high gloss black. The nib is black, in which the engraving stands out as silver. But a few more details about the pen. Here we see the bearing of the clip on the finial. This goes all the way through the tip and blends nicely into the design. Once the engraving on the cap in close up. It is very finely done and looks appealing. And of course the close-up of the nib. It looks elegant with the silver elements on black. You can see here that the slit is not cut exactly in the center. However, this detail is not normally noticeable and is of course not a problem. The rollerball and ballpoint pen are corresponding. As usual, the rollerball is also capped and has the same kind of grip section. The ballpoint pen, also as usual, goes from the barrel to the retractable refill. With a twist mechanism here, by the way. But let's move on to the hand placement. The length of the fountain pen is sufficient even for large hands, and it lies comfortably in the hand. The weight distribution is unobtrusive and thus good. The cap can be slipped on at the back. It is thus still good in the hand. Of course, the weight distribution is then changed so that it becomes significantly heavier at the back. But that is in the scope that it even suits me. It does not become excessively heavy. Now of course, the most important part for any pen: how does it write? And here the medium nib performs well. It glides pleasantly with small feedback over the paper. Interestingly, the nib I have has a certain flex with moderate pressure. With less pressure, it has a stronger flex than I'm normally used to from Hörner. Filled here is the Jerbin Poussière de Lune ink. Overall, this is a pleasant writing experience of the fountain pen, so you can write longer text without any problems. The rollerball and ballpoint pen also writes well. The refills used here by the company are pleasant. The rollerball glides thereby naturally softer over the paper than this is the case with the ballpoint pen. The size comparison. Here is the Auerus with the Visconti Homo sapiens, a Monteverde Ritma, a Platinum Plaisir, a Diplomat Wave and a Lamy Safari. It blends in well here, but it is the slimmest fountain pen in this comparison. In the second comparison, I have it here with an online Bohemian Art, a Kaweco Sport, an Otto Hood Design 03, another Lure Schulke, and a Diplomat Magnum. I'm a fan of black nibs, I just like them. And this is also the case here with Auerus. The nib looks fancy in my opinion, especially with engraving that stands out silver. And the nib writes well, I can't complain here. The initially mentioned not exactly centered slit is not a problem. This can also happen with other manufacturers. And as long as it's not far off center, it's not a problem either. If you look at the fountain pen normally, this is not noticeable here, and it writes without any problems. The exterior isn't for everyone, of course. The combination of black and this shade of red is striking. But it definitely has something going for it. Not my favorite color combination, but one that's quite presentable. But of course, that is absolutely a matter of taste. Likewise the grip section. Not everyone likes a metal grip section. That will always remain so. This one also has a smooth finish. So people who don't like metal grip sections will certainly avoid this pen. But I get along well with it. Also, my fingers don't slip here. The pens are metal, but not really heavy. Which of course is also because the pens also fall more into the narrow category, what many will certainly like. The pens of the Auerus series are in my view in any case well usable. And also once in an interesting color combination. How do you like these pens? Do you have any questions about them? Feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to see if I can answer them. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.